it. He has sent me something, but it has absolutely nothing to do with that match. It is fixtures for the next matches, and he even sent me the one that Bendel Insurance will be playing, which we'll be looking at later. But for now, let us go to what the Deputy Governor said. Let's hear him speak on that fracas that ensued in that match between Bendel Insurance and Remo Stars. The match took place at the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikene.
We demand from NFF and the League Management Committee to first ban Remo FC from further participating in any organized tournament by the NFF, because if fans and players and officials of the football club recognize to beat up fellow players and officials for me is barbaric, and we take exception to that, and we are requesting that NFF, as a matter of legislation, that club should be banned for a period of not less than 5 years, and that's our request. And also we are requesting that NFF and the League Management Committee must, as a matter of fact, give verified commitment to the safety of Bendel Insurance players in the remaining matches. Failure to do that, Bendel Insurance is withdrawing from the Nigerian National League forthwith. And as a state government, we have also agreed that the management of Bendel Insurance FC will check the level of damage that match has cost us, and we are instituting a legal suit against Remo FC and the owner of the club, because we are aware that Mr. Shonami, the owner of Bet Niger and the owner of Remo FC, was physically present, and he was even inside the limbo when all these activities were taking place. And we have videos of how they were instructing their fans to go and intimidate players, intimidate officials of Bendel Insurance, and that the match must be won at all costs. And for that, we are still illegal. We're checking, where our legal team is already working with the team to check the level of damage that has cost us, and we are going to institute a legal suit against Remo FC. And we observe already that some of our players and officials, metal objects were used against them, some of them on their heads, on their backs, on their arms, some on their face. One of them had eye problem already. We are also going to check the level of damage, and we are also going to institute a legal suit, medical legal suit for life for these players, their treatment for now and their treatment for life against Remo FC.
All right, the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, with some very hard words there. And he has threatened that, look, Bendel Insurance are going to pull out of the Nigerian National League if they do not get guarantees from the NFF, the NNL, that the players would be safe, because he says this is, as we'll hear in the second clip, that this is not the first time that it is happening. It's the second, and so they are not going to allow it to happen for a third time.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen for a second time, let alone a third time. And that's where the NNL, who are the organizers of the league, will have to come out and make a statement. Then let them see what they are going to do to this issue. Because if you don't do that, if you don't assure players of their safety, then why would they be in the Nigerian National League? What's the sense of playing when my life is at stake? Or when I go out there to play in away games and I don't know what will happen next, then I shouldn't be a footballer instead, because football is something that brings unity, brings everybody together. Yes, when you are on the pitch, you don't know who is an Hausa man, who is an Igbo man, who is a Yoruba man. We all speak the same language, and funny enough, I don't know the security that we're supposed to be on ground to ensure that peace is always restored whenever there's a fracas, looming. They were just doing nothing. So the whole thing is it was as if it was a plan before Ben Insurance arrival that if they don't get maximum points, something's going to happen, because I don't understand. 90 minutes, still goalless. 7 minutes added, still goalless. Why don't you, and you are still top of the table with 6 points ahead of Ben Insurance. So what the hell was the problem? So I don't know. Let's see what the organizers will do, the Nigerian National League. If they don't come hard on Remo Stars, I'm sure many other clubs will do the same thing. We've been hearing of this kind of things in the Nigerian National League, even in the Nigerian Professional Football League, Oliganism and all that. But I think it's high time we put a stop to this, because the world is evolving. Look at the Premier League and other leagues in Europe. People tend to say, yeah, we support other leagues, we don't give our own support, we don't go to the stadium, we want to go to the stadium and see that kind of things. It is not really a pleasant one. I think they should do the needful, or else I support Ben Insurance to pull out of the league.
Okay, the Deputy Governor also talked about what happened previously when they played against Holy Arrows, and he said, look, Ben Insurance are not even satisfied with the decision that the NNL has taken, which is that they should go and play the remaining 15 minutes in Enugu. And then he also mentioned the referee who officiated that match, that he should be banned for life from handling any match again in the Nigerian National League, whether locally, nationally, he should not be handling any match again. So let's hear the DG speak on this.
Recently, Ben Insurance FC played an away match with Holy Arrows. That match was supposed to take place on the 8th of May. Because of lack of security, it was moved to 9th of May. And that match ended in similar attack against our players. As we speak, the sanctions that were given for us was too much, to the extent that the Nigerian National League Management Committee is telling Ben Insurance to go to Enugu to go and play the remaining 15 minutes that was left as a result of fans coming to the pitch to beat up our players, and as a result the match was abandoned. We will not take a third time. The first one was against Holy Arrows this season on the 9th of May. This is the second one. We will not wait to the third one. This one, we already have some of our players being injured and officials seriously injured. We are lucky to have recovered, and the captain, as I told midnight yesterday, we didn't know the whereabouts of the captain until this morning. We were able to rescue him from a good Samaritan that had. So as a result of that, we also demanded that referee Igwe Conway should be banned for life from officiating any football tournament in Nigeria. That will start with a detail to some of the referees that will continually be destroying the image of football. As against the umpires of fire, they play according to their paymasters. So referee they are demanding that it should be banned for life from officiating any football tournament. So for our players, we want to, you are heroes. You stood your ground, you resisted all attempts for them to secure a win. That is the spirit of the hero that we want in our team. And we saw that spirit yesterday. As a result of that, all of you, obviously, will be rewarded for standing by management of Redmond that want to win by all costs. For us, we are consistently protected players that come to play in the state. We have security outfits that ensure that outside the stadium, within the stadium, inside the venue, players and officials are protected. Remo FC violated the COVID protocols.
All right, and that was the Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, speaking there over the incident that happened when Bendel Insurance traveled to Ikene in Ogun State to play against Remo Stars. We spoke about it yesterday, and we have seen the videos. We spoke to the media officer of Bendel Insurance, and then Remo Stars, we tried to get their media officer. He did not take his calls, and they later released the statement which we read to you yesterday. They are alleging that it was a player of Bendel Insurance that started the whole thing. But the question we're asking, let's even say for the sake of argument, it was a Bendel Insurance player that instigated the problems. But is it justification for fans to descend on players and started beating them? Because we could see clearly from the video, except, I mean, if you tell us it's doctored video, then who were the people that were saying, these were videos that were shot right there at the scene. Now, let's forget who caused what, but is that justification for what happened, for the fans to be attacking the players? As we've said, look, if it were a case of players fighting themselves, that's fine. Then the NNL would sanction the players that were involved, and what they basically do. And even in Europe, we see some of these things. In the match between Chelsea and Leicester City, we saw something like this, but you never saw any fan coming to join them. It was just the players who were pushing, shoving themselves and everything. And the FA has taken sanctioned the two clubs. They first charged them for failing to control their players. That's the expression they usually use when something like that happens. It's not like the club told their players to go and behave in a certain way, but they are saying, well, if you do not train your players, you do not educate them enough to know that they are not supposed to behave in a particular way when they get to the pitch, then whatever they do, we are going to sanction you for failing to control your players, which is how they usually respond. So things like that happen. So if it were a case of players of Remo Stars or players of Bendel Insurance fighting themselves and all that, you would just say, well, it is disgraceful, it's not what you're supposed to see, but the NNL should sanction them. But when you now have fans, no matter what happens, even if it is true that a Bendel Insurance player slapped the CEO, it's club to club. Let them deal with it among themselves, not that the fans will get involved. And so the management of Bendel Insurance has also responded, and they have said, look, if we do not get guarantees that our players will be safe when they travel away from home, then we may have to pull out of the Nigerian National League. We'll say exactly what we said when Vanresa FC Vanessa didn't just threaten, they actually pulled out, and we appealed to them that they should come back because we really need them. Bendel Insurance is one of the traditional sides, biggest football clubs in Nigeria. We've said several times they should not even be playing in the NNL. They should be playing in the Nigerian professional football. Bendel Insurance will not say that. If it were between you and Enyimba or Kano Pillars, Remo Stars to Bendel Insurance. Remo Stars, for no disrespect to Remo Stars, the kind of history that Bendel Insurance, it shouldn't be Remo Stars that Bendel Insurance should be having a back and forth with. Seriously. We hope that this will inspire them to ensure that they get the qualification to the Nigerian Professional Football League next season, so that next time we'll be hearing that Kano Pillars are saying that they must beat Bendel Insurance when they come to Kano, and Bendel Insurance will go there, pick a draw or beat them, and then they will come here too and say, okay, you came to our home, you beat us, we are coming to beat you at the Samalu. Yeah, that is the rivalry. That's the kind of rivalry we want to hear. Bragging rights and all that. You see what's happening in Europe, even here in Nigeria. You see the kind of rivalry that exists between Manchester United and Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur. That's the kind of thing you want to see, not fans beating up players, not fights, So we hope that the NNL will respond as soon as possible. We've been on their case, asking them to tell us what's going on. They've not, but I will read out what the media officer sent to me shortly after we return from this break.
Oh yes, Nasco quality cornflakes are so full of nourishing goodness because they are whole-flaked cornflakes. Whole-flaked cornflakes are made by a natural flaking process that retains all the natural goodness of the whole corn for whole nutrition, whole taste, and whole crunchiness for the whole family. So next time you're eating cornflakes, make sure it's whole-flaked Nasco cornflakes. Nasco cornflakes, nourishing goodness anytime.
What is this? I thought I asked all of you to drop whatever you have outside there. I'm sorry, sir. This is Flucode. I saw you coughing earlier, so I brought it out for you so you can take it.
Thanks for your kindness, but I'm smarter than that. You think I don't know that every drug that cures cough and catarrh causes drowsiness? So you want me to sleep, Abi?
This is what distinguishes Flucode. It does not cause drowsiness.
Nah, drug. I know this drug. It work well. No?
Let me try it. Manufactured by Harvit.
Marketed and distributed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
Time up. And you, I said what?
Flu.
Flucode!
Available in pharmacy shops near you.
Uncle Dentist, what be cavities and how Colgate take they protect my teeth from cavities? Shey they use Kung Fu?
No dear, na hole for teeth they cause most tooth pain will be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, take brush every day. The confirmed formula could help keep natural calcium inside our teeth. We could protect them from tooth decay.
Time don't reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
It's Jumia's 9th anniversary from the 11th to the 27th of June. Code word Versary. Yes, everything anniversary.
Say what?
Phoneversary. Get phones at unbeatable prices.
Okay, let me try. Homeversary?
Yup, you get up to 30% off on home appliances, plus daily flash sales and amazing giveaways, including free delivery for 1 year.
With Jumia 9th anniversary sale, celebrate your everyday from the 11th to the 27th of June 2021.
Jumia, your everyday delivered.
The place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting because I'll be shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight up curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. I wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
All right, welcome back to Sports Fiesta live on 90.7 KFM Benin City with me, Sally Ibrahim, the Sports Abracadabra, and Abu Said Bekan, the Sports Maestro. Okay, I told you that we were going to read something that the Nigerian National League sent, but it has absolutely nothing to do with the incident between Remo Stars and Bendel Insurance. What they sent is, fixing some of the matches, some of the things that happened before those matches that were not concluded or were not played. So this is it. One, the Malumfashi FC versus Zamfara United yet to be played. This week 1 tie in Group A2 of the Northern Conference is still with the organizing and disciplinary committee of the Nigerian Football Federation. So they've not decided yet on this encounter between Malumfashi FC and Zamfara United. 2, Week 15 match in the Southern Conference B2 involving Holy Arrows and Bendel Insurance has been rescheduled to hold at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, Enugu on Tuesday, the 22nd of June 2021. Wow, that's on my birthday. The match will be played for 19 minutes only from 8 a.m. The Deputy Governor, Comrade Philip Shaibu, mentioned that, and he said, look, they are not satisfied with that situation. Okay, so we'll see what the NNL will do, especially following the reaction and the statements from the Deputy Governor. 3, Bendel Insurance FC will welcome Abia Comets at the Samuel Ogowondia Stadium, Benin City, in a rescheduled Week 16 clash, 6 p.m. on Wednesday, the 9th of June 2021. That's tomorrow. Okay, that match we're supposed to have it a couple of weeks ago, but they said due to serious traffic situation at the Onitsha Bridge, Abia Comets were unable to come to Benin City. I was at the stadium that day. That was when we had a match to honor the retiring Chief Judge of Edo State. That we're expecting that Abia Comets were going to come to have their training session, but fortunately we learned later that they were unable to come. So they've now told us that that match has been rescheduled for tomorrow. Nothing yet on the matter that is on the ground. That's Remo Stars versus Bendel Insurance. So we wait to hear what they will say. Okay, of course, we know that later today, the mighty Super Eagles of Nigeria, even though they lost to Cameroon, they are still mighty. They'll be taking on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. So let's get ourselves in the right mood for this match. I know many of you, some of you have even been sending me messages. How are you still able to watch matches of the Super Eagles? They have been disappointing and all of that. Well, let's keep supporting them. This is our country. We have no other one. Our blood is green. So we say, let the eagle fly.
Fly beyond the sky, high, let the eagle fly, high, let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria, pride of Africa. There's a place where eagles fly every night and day. The land is always green, the lines falling in pleasant places. So beautiful in every sense of it. Wonderful, no matter how you look at it. And hey, there's a song in the air, I hope you've heard. It's so true what they say. Good people, great nation. Good people, great nation. The time is now, let the eagle fly. Fly up the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria fly. Fly up the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria fly. Fly me up the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria. Oh God of creation, direct our noble cause. We pray. Guide our leaders right, help the youth the truth to know. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey. We must choose to serve our motherland with love and strength and faith. Yeah, the time is now, we're gonna let the eagle fly. Let the eagle fly. Let the eagle fly. From the north to the south, east and west now. Come on everybody, let the eagle fly. the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria fly. Let the sky. Let the eagle fly. Let the whole world see you flying high. Nigeria.
I honestly do not know why this song is not more popular. Ike Onka, this is a masterpiece. Honestly, it just gives you the chills and it gives you goosebumps whenever you hear it, as if you're a patriotic Nigeria, if you bleed green like me anyway. So we hope that the Eagle will fly high today in Vienna, Austria, as the Super Eagles of Nigeria take on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. It is a return leg, if you like, although we know they're just two separate friendly matches. Nothing at stake, but national pride, of course, is always at stake when Nigeria plays against Cameroon. Well, maybe we're not too inspired with some of the things that the manager of the team, Genetro, has been saying. You know, if you listen to him, it's like he's basically telling us if people should not expect too much. So make una see, anything una see, make una accept that. You know, some of the things that he has said. He's complained that not a full squad. You know, William Troost-Ekong out injured, Jamilu Collins out injured, and all that. But we've got some other players in the team. He's even said maybe they're going to play 3 at the back and all that. So we hope things will work out well. But I can tell you that there are 21 players in the camp, so it is a full squad. And of course, we also heard that yesterday somebody came into the camp which we gave yesterday, Vincent Onovo of Újpest FC of Hungary. Is a midfielder, and he arrived the Super Eagles camp. And from what we are getting, this is on the WhatsApp page of the Super Eagles. The match is going to be at the Neustadt Stadium in Vienna, at the Wiener Neustadt Stadium in Vienna. And it's going to be at 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Yeah, this is official from the the Super Eagles WhatsApp page. This, but look, it's not like the Super Eagles players are there. This is where you get all information on the Super Eagles, and it was created by the media officer of the Super Eagles, and the participants there are selected sports journalists. Yossi Sel is one of those. So we get first-hand information from the media officer of the Super Eagles. So from what they've posted there, it's going to be 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay, so let's see what happens. In case you say 5 p.m., it is 5 p.m. in Austria, but 4 p.m. in Nigeria. Okay, so this is where the details we have about the match. So one of the players who hopefully will be in action today is Chidozie Awaziem, and he spoke. So let's listen to his interview with the media officer of the team, Babafemi Raji.
Chidozie Awaziem is right here, Super Eagles defender. Chidozie Awaziem, how's it been so far, our camp in Austria here?
It's been a wonderful atmosphere at the camp. Everyone is happy together, and we're ready for the second game against Cameroon, and everyone is prepared. Everyone is working hard to make sure we get a victory in the next game.
All right, and how did you feel after the loss to Cameroon on Friday?
It was a good test for us because we're preparing for, we have a bigger test ahead of us. So the game was a good test for us, but the problem was that we lost the game, so which we don't like and which everyone is not happy about. But we know we had a good game. Everyone gave his best to make sure we could get a victory or a draw. But at the end we lost. So, but I think it was a good test. We could see the ability of everyone and know how to prepare for the World Cup.
The next is another test against Cameroon. You will start that game. How prepared are you for the game?
Definitely, I'm well prepared. I'm hoping to have a good game as well to help the team get the victory. We also want to win the game because it will help our confidence and it will help the team, it will help the coach also to build his team and all the players are well prepared for the game.
Thank you very much, Chidozie Awaziem.
Thank you very much.
I've always rated Chidozie Awaziem. I mean, even when some of the guys that you might consider super regulars are not available and people are worried, I'm like, oh, come on, Chidozie Awaziem is there. He's comfortable as a centre back. He can also play as a right back. So I like him. No nonsense kind of defender. He's comfortable on the ball and he's tenacious when he marks. So he's the kind of a player I really like. So I don't have any problems with him starting this match today. Anyway, somebody who might be making a return. He was for a long time the first choice goalkeeper of the Super Eagles, but unfortunately had an injury where he hyperextended his arm and he was out for a long time. But now he's making his way back into the team. We're talking about Francis Uzoho. Babafemi Radi also spoke to him, so let's hear Francis speak ahead of this game.
Super Eagles goalkeeper Francis Uzoho. Francis Uzoho, wonderful camping exercise we've had so far. Tomorrow we face Cameroon again. How prepared are you? You will start that game. How prepared are you for that game?
I will start. If I get the opportunity to start, I am prepared. Like always, I've been training with the team, and I've been training well as well. So I think if I get the opportunity tomorrow, I will try my best, and that's it.
And how's it been so far, the camp?
It's been lively, like always. You know, whenever the camp is filled with Kelechi, likes of Kelechi, Anacho, Awaziem, myself, it's always lively. You know, so it's been fun all through.
And what should Nigerians expect when you start tomorrow? You are still using if, because we spoke with the coach and the coach says you will start. But what should Nigerians expect from Francis Uzoho?
They should expect, I don't know, my best, like I always give whenever I get the opportunity to play. So that's the same thing I think they should expect from me tomorrow. Nothing else, just my best.
Thank you very much, Francis Uzoho.
Thank you.
Well, Francis Uzoho getting confirmation, getting what we call privileged information from the media officer of the team. Maybe Francis had not been told that he was going to start.
And he wasn't sure.
Yeah, you were saying when he told him that you will start tomorrow, he laughed and said, well, if I start tomorrow. And I said, no, I'm telling you, it's not if, it is when, because the coach of the team has already said that you will start. So it was a privileged information that he was given to Francis Uzoho. Well, we hope to see what he will do today. When he first made it as the Super Eagles first choice, not many people were comfortable with it. They say even till now, some still feel does it really have the quality to be the first choice of the Super Eagles? But I think with time, people began to get used to having him in goal. You know, he's an imposing goalkeeper. Yeah. Maybe there were certain things that he will do. He was supposed to improve on, but I think the last couple of matches that I watched him in goal, I was beginning to get really comfortable with Francis Uzoho. And now the manager of the team told us that his first choice is Maduka Okoye, but I think you can put that to the fact that Francis Uzoho was out for a very long time. And Maduka Okoye did well with his club Rotterdam. You know, it was putting up some fantastic displays, and so maybe the coach was justified to make him his number one. But now there is competition. Francis Uzoho trying to come back. John Noble is there. Some other keepers coming in from Europe and all that. So we'll see what happens when Francis Uzoho starts in goal, not if.
Yeah, that's what you do as a coach. When you have test matches, you use the opportunity to test some of the players. You want to watch closely and see what they can offer. But all the same, Francis Uzoho, I think it's time for him to try to reclaim his number one. There's nothing wrong if we have three super goalkeepers. That sometimes the manager will have the selection headache when it comes to the goalkeeping department. I know sometimes when you get injured, before you come back and start getting games under your belt to give you that same sharpness, you know, it takes a lot of time. And so for Maduka Okoye, he came in and he has been able to slot into the position very well, and right now is one of the most sought after goalkeepers in Europe, following his fantastic performances for Sparta Rotterdam. But all this, Cyprus is not. That small league that we look at, say, okay, yes, it's not nice for our goalkeeper to be playing there. Yeah, no, that is where Francis Uzor is right now. But if he gets the opportunity to play all the time, just like Maduka Okoye is also doing, and he also gets the chance to get to a bigger club, I think that will also help him in his career. But I hope to see him good, and nothing even stops us from watching John Noble, though he plays for Imba International, but at least in the Super Eagles, I think it's good for him to test another goalkeeper apart from Maduka Okoye. So let's see what Francis will bring. If you can play Francis in the first half, maybe John Noble in the second half, but that doesn't mean the outfield players cannot rally round and give the Nigeria victory after the defeat last time. So I don't expect the same scoreline on Saturday. I'm expecting a different scoreline today, irrespective of who plays where. So for me,
well, different scoreline could be Nigeria 3, Cameroon 0.
Yeah, that's the different scoreline. I just want a different scoreline, and I want a better performance.
You want a different scoreline of Nigeria losing 3-0 to Cameroon?
No, Nigeria winning. And a better performance. That's what I want. Yeah, because if the Cameroonians should win again, then come on, the dragging right to start once again and say, okay,
right.
Yeah, we now have the keys to Nigerians.
Come on, these are friendly matches.
We know, but they're not taking it lightly, so we should also allow them to get away. If the game ends in a draw, I think that will be okay, but I want Nigeria to win today. So
okay, Nigeria-Cameroon is not the only match for today. We also have other international friendlies. Kosovo will be playing against Guinea. Poland will take on Iceland. Gambia versus Togo. Benin Republic will play Zambia. Hungary will battle the Republic of Ireland. Czech Republic versus Albania. Spain taking on Lithuania, and Spain under 21 will also be playing against Lithuania under 21. Morocco will take on Ghana. Senegal versus Cape Verde, and France will battle Bulgaria. Okay, these are some of the fixtures that we have. Then we'll also be having in the CONMEBOL qualifiers, Ecuador will play against Peru, Venezuela versus Uruguay. Well, these guys, we have Copa America starting in a couple of days, and they are still playing their World Cup qualifiers. Okay, let's now look at the results of the friendly games that were played yesterday. Serbia and Jamaica settled for a 1-0 draw. Ukraine thrashed Cyprus 4-0. Andorra 0, Gibraltar 0, Faroe Islands 5, Liechtenstein 1. And then it's the kind of result it gets to, and the Benin will scream Osanobo. It was Germany 7, Latvia 1.
I never expected Germany to get as far as 7 goals. That's why they were playing against a lowly rated Latvia, because their previous games they've been struggling. Honestly, the German national team, they've not really been back to that force that they used to. When you hear the German machines and you begin to shiver. But these days, you hardly go into games watching the German guys getting this kind of result. But yesterday, they knew beforehand that if they want to win the Euros, they have to send shivers down the spine of their opponent, and they have to do very well, though it was a friendly, but they took the chances that came their way. Timo Werner has been struggling all season at Chelsea, though he got a couple of goals, but he got one of the goals yesterday, but it was a one-way riot for Germany. So I expect them to continue with this, and also expect them to get as far as the semi-finals of the Euros.
All right, let's go to the French Open now and look at the results of the matches that were played. Rafael Nadal is through to the quarterfinals. He defeated Jack Sinner 7-5, 6-3, 6-love. So stresses victory, very comfortable for Rafael Nadal, but it was anything but comfortable for Novak Djokovic. He was almost knocked out by a young Italian, Lorenzo Musetti. Musetti won the first set 7-6, won the second 7-6, but then Djokovic rallied in the third set. He won it 6-1, won the fourth 6-love, and then you can see clearly that Musetti was having issues. And the fifth set now, which was the third consecutive one that Novak Djokovic won. Djokovic was 4-love up, and Musetti retired injured. You could tell from the way he started playing in that third set that injury was setting in. But of course, take absolutely nothing away from Novak Djokovic. We've seen him do this all his career, that tenacity that he always displays. For this Argentine Diego Schwartzman, this guy, sometimes he plays terrific tennis. He beat Jan-Lennart Struff. His first set 7-6, 6-4, 7-5. And of course, we're supposed to have Roger Federer versus Matteo Berrettini, but Berrettini is through to the quarterfinals because Roger Federer pulled out. Then for the women, Iga Swiatek, who is the defending champion, she beat Marta Kostyuk 6-3, 6-4. So straight sets victory for her. Maria Sakkari beat Sofia Kenin 6-1, 6-3. And African interest done and dusted. Ozjaba was beaten by Cory Kokogov 6-3, 6-1. So Kokogov into the quarterfinals. We'll see what happens. Then we also had Barbara Krejcikova beating Sloane Stevens. Sloane Stevens really disappointing in this encounter. In straight set 6-2, 6-love. All right, now to the courts, but a different court. We're talking about basketball now. Brooklyn Nets, they were in action against Milwaukee Bucks, and the Brooklyn Nets won this comfortably. No James Harden, but no problem. We thought that the loss of James Harden in that first game could cost Brooklyn Nets, but Kevin Durant and the others were able to rally, and Brooklyn Nets won this comfortably, very comfortable, with 125 points for the Brooklyn Nets and just 86 for the Milwaukee Bucks. So top performer for Brooklyn was Kevin Durant. He got 32 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. So they have won game 2 of the series. They now lead 2-0, and it's very, very difficult for you to come from a 2-0 lead. Giannis Antetokounmpo got 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Really poor performance by his high standards. And then the Phoenix Suns, the guys who conquered the reigning champions, LA Lakers, now former champions, of course. The Phoenix Suns, it was the Phoenix Suns. They defeated Denver Nuggets 122 points to 105 points. So Nikola Jokic got 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists for Denver, while Chris Paul of Phoenix got 21.6 rebounds and 11 assists. So the Phoenix Suns, they lead this semifinals 1-0. Atlanta Hawks will take on Philadelphia 76ers later, while LA Clippers will play against Utah Jazz. Okay, that's what went down in basketball. All right, sorry, we don't have time to give you Monday Night Raw results. Maybe when we come in the evening. Let's see. Okay, if we can take a couple of text messages before we leave. This one reads, while playing Cameroon again, is there no other country? I don't really believe in Raw. He might not win Nations Cup even with our so-called players. I am Godwin Ibohai. Well, it's like saying, why would Deontay Wilder fight with Tyson Fury 3 times? Is there are there no other boxers? Or why was there a 2-fight deal agreed between Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury? It's these things happen. It's sometimes for convenience. Okay, you guys will not be, and it's not easy to just organize this friendly games. So sometimes when you get the opportunity, you just quickly make it back to back. Okay, so that's the reason. It's not like there are no other teams. Oga Ibrahim, I saw an information on top estimated transfer value via CIES Football, and they rated Foden and Greenwood higher than Erling Haaland. Again, England hyping their players. Ruben Dias winning the Player of the Year award ahead of Kane. I think Harry Kane is playing golf. Well, you are the one who just said that they are hyping their players, and now you are saying Harry Kane should have won it ahead of Ruben Dias. Are you not hyping Harry Kane now? Look, Ruben Dias won the Premier League. He won it with Manchester City, and we know how these awards usually go. It's Even when Fabio Cannavaro was voted the player of the year, the FIFA player of the year, what happened? Italy won the World Cup. So most of the winners will come from the team that won it. So I don't know. And about England hyping their players. Well, you mentioned CIES. Is it owned by England? I don't know. So if you do not hype your own, if you do not say good things about your country, I don't think you should be complaining when others hype theirs, when they feel, okay, they tell the whole world that they are the best, and because of that, sometimes you see this reflected. And the way they talk about English players, you will feel that they are better than every other player because of the amounts that they slam on them. So I think it should be a lesson. Let us also learn to hype our own. Let's say good things about our country and our countrymen. In my opinion, Gennett Rohr is the best coach Nigeria has ever had after Westerhoff. I really don't know why he's always criticized. Anyway, wishing the Super Eagles the best. Well, if you say Gennett Rohr is the best, has he won the Africa Cup of Nations? What parameters? Did he go beyond the second round at the World Cup? Because Stephen Keshi went to the second round, you know. So if you say after Westerhoff, well, Stephen Keshi came after Westerhoff. Stephen Keshi won the Africa Cup of Nations after Westerhoff. He's the only one who has done it after Westerhoff. So when you tell me Gennett Rohr is the best after Westerhoff, you have to prove it. All right, guys, wish we could go on, but this is where we've got to drop anchor. So it's time for us to blow the final whistle on the show before we leave.
It was a fantastic experience. I was playing, I think, my best tennis. I have never played like today. Of course, I'm a little bit disappointed, but I played against the number one in the world, and I took the first 2 sets. I started to play really good, and then I had some problems with my physical parts. I think I had to work there. Italian teenager Lorenzo Musetti speaking after he retired against Novak Djokovic in the French Open 4-round match on Monday. And that's the final whistle on Sports Fiesta this morning.
Our package will see you at 4 p.m. on a fresh edition of Sports Fiesta. I'm Salih Ibrahim. I've been doing this with Ego